Okay, so it's been about a month since I announced that I'd be doing a Q&A video, and then I decided to completely forget about it. But here we are, just a little bit later, and I'm finally here to answer all of your questions. So let's not waste any time, and let's get on to answering those questions. If you don't include this in the Q&A, I will come for you, okay? Okay, how much would I have to pay for some toe picks? Normally 1,000 per toe, but for you, I'll do it for free. Back at it again, are we? Anyway, cheese and onion or ready salted Walkers. Back at it again indeed. I'm gonna have to go with cheese and onion even though they make your breath stink after. What is your favourite thing about your fans? Absolutely nothing. How does it feel having so many masochists who follow you? Not really sure at this point, but I didn't know they existed until I started my channel. Do you want to live? Well, I'm not sure if that was a threat or the person just thinks that I'm very depressed, but I'm just going to say yes for safety. What's your favourite film of all time? It would have to be The Hunger Games. I just can't get enough of it, I don't know why, and I think it's the only film that I've actually watched more than 2 times. What is your source of entertainment? Myself, obviously, and it should be yours too. Have you ever killed a man? No, I haven't killed a man, but you just sleep with one eye open tonight, okay? Do you cut the crust of your sandwiches? And if so, WTF, please stop. No, I do not. I eat the crusts, but I would never eat the disgusting crusty bit at the start and end of the loaf. But I do have the most respect for the people who do. I have to confess, I'm starting to enjoy the way you degrade me. What do I do, Alex? Go and see a therapist, preferably me. Have you always been this flawless? Yes, I have always been flawless. Even when I was born, I came out wearing a full Gucci outfit with a Louis Vuitton bag, and I was immediately put on the cover of Vogue. What is your favourite American candy? My favourite American candy is Nerds. I don't know why, they just amaze me so much and I don't even eat them that often. Are we called the Relevance Squad? Ironically, yes. Unironically, never, but who knows, maybe I'll put it on some trashy merch one day. Is it a burden to be the world's greatest YouTuber? Living a life as the world's greatest YouTuber is a hard one. You know, I face constant harassment from the paparazzi and all that stuff. I really just don't get any time to myself without being stalked. What is the worst name to give a child? Probably your one. What is the most annoying mob in Minecraft? Hands down, skeletons. These bony bastards will not leave me alone, and they always seem to appear when I'm on 1 heart to snipe me from 100 blocks away. And also creepers, because they keep leaving holes in my land which I can't be bothered to cover up. Are you a rich kid? Okay guys, I think it's overdue, but I think it's time I did a house tour. So this is me in my bedroom. As you can see, very fancy, very expensive. The bed probably costs more than your rent. This is me in my bathroom. As you can see, also very big. I've got my personal hot tub and massage table, and again the bath probably costs more than your rent. This is me in my garage with my many Lamborghinis that I don't drive because I use the private jet to get everywhere, obviously. This is me standing in the main entrance of my house. The stairs are actually made of gold, so I hire a servant to polish them every time someone goes up the stairs, but of course I use an elevator because I'm rich. And finally, this is me in my underground meth lab. Are your parents disappointed in your current YouTube status? Yes, ever since my parents discovered that I had less than 1 million subscribers, they kicked me out of the house, and they told me to never come back unless I had 1 million subscribers. So I made this campaign in hopes of getting 1 million subscribers to one day return back to my parents. Are crumpets. Okay, so I don't really know how to explain this, but I'll try. Okay, so just take a regular pancake, make it a little bit taller, and then make loads of holes in it, and finally make it a bit more spongy. Do you experience tingles? If so, what are your favourite triggers / ASMR artists? So I don't actually watch that much ASMR, apart from my own of course, but when I do, kinetic sand is my go-to choice. It's just so great, so satisfying, and just puts me to sleep. Are you actually nice in real life / could I trust you to hold my drink? Okay, what would you do if I said no? Like, oh, just so you know, I might spike your drink, so watch out. Do you like bread? Ever since I got these bad boys, No, because I can't take a single bite without getting a ton of soggy bread stuck in my teeth. But for now, toast is fine. Burgers or hot dogs? Again, with the buns and stuff, no, but on its own, probably burgers. Not a question, but your hair looks like a decomposing squirrel. Thank you, that's the look I was going for. When was the last time you washed your crispy ass hair? Okay, I'm seeing a few more comments about my hair. Let's calm down here, it's clean. Will you ever get a decent trim? So I was convinced that I'd never gotten a good haircut in my life up until about 1 or 2 weeks ago, as you can see, very nice. But let me tell you the horrors that I experienced before this. So during lockdown, all of the barbers were closed because of COVID, and I actually managed to give myself a not bad haircut. But when the barbers opened back up, I don't know what happened, but they all seem to have lost their license or something, because my barber did me dirty. Now, I don't have any pictures of that haircut because I want that memory erased from my mind, but I did find this almost exact image of the haircut on Reddit. Yeah, I was wearing a hat for a while after that. So I immediately switched barbers after that, never to be seen again. And the new barber was actually kind of good, you know, I got a decent trim. But, there's always a but. So the barber just randomly disappeared out of nowhere and was replaced by a new one. So I thought, okay, I'll give him a chance, see how it is. And you will not believe what they did to me. 2 times. 2 times this happens. Something was just not going right in their heads that day. I really don't know. But as you can imagine, I switched barbers again and here I am today. Do you sleep with a fan on at night or no? I usually prefer not to because of the constant humming in my ear, but if I'm really desperate and I've already opened a window, then I will sleep with a fan. How old are you? I literally cannot tell if you're 13 or 29. Somewhere between 13 and 29. Do you draw for fun or seriously? Seriously. Very seriously. Do you play any instruments? So when I started secondary school, I wanted to play the piano because I found out that you actually got to skip an actual lesson for a piano lesson. So I thought, hey, why not? I get to skip this boring lesson and learn piano at the same time. But then, after I got to grade 1, I realised how much I hated it and decided to quit after my parents bought me a keyboard. So that was fun for 5 minutes. What were some of your favourite shows as a kid? Hands down, the best show was Scooby-Doo. I was absolutely obsessed with it. I had a Scooby-Doo bag and many toys to support my obsession. If the alarms sounded for a zombie apocalypse, what would you do? I mean, like the first place you would go, where would you set up camp, and what were the items you would grab? Realistically, if we're talking like the fast kind of zombies, then I'm just shooting myself because I would rather go quickly than get chomped to death by zombies. What is your favourite season? My favourite season is summer, just because of the weather, even though it has been really bad in England lately. But I think winter has the better holidays. Milk or cereal first? Neither. I actually take my cereal raw. Are you legally old enough to have a fucking miserable life that all of you do is sit in front of a camera and whisper? Yes, I think I am. Do you play Fortnite? No, I am actually above the age of 12. Do you still need a dog? Offer is still on the table. Even though I can't see who submitted the questions, I know exactly who this is and I would like to recommend that you go to therapy. Chicken or fish? Chicken over fish any day. I don't understand how people prefer fish over chicken unless you're vegetarian. Yeah. And apparently commercial fishing is killing the planet anyway. How does it feel being British? Every day I just wake up miserable. And then I take a look in the mirror and remember I'm British, which seems to make 12-year-old American kids on TikTok angry, so that makes me happy again and sets my mood for the rest of the day. Do you think Americans have an American accent, since to us you have a British accent? Yes, and I think you knew that. American is not the default language of the world, believe it or not. And I also acknowledge that there are many different accents across America, the same as in England. When sussy among us sus, real sussy, sus imposter among us, real emergency meeting sus? Yes. If you could eliminate any celebrity, who would it be and why? It would have to be Cillian Murphy. I have absolutely nothing against him, but it looks like he would just murder me for looking at him, so I guess it's better to get him before he gets me. Have you ever seen Shrek? Yes, Shrek is love. Shrek is life. Will you ever make a Discord server? I would never put anyone through the pain of becoming a Discord mod, and also I don't know what servers are for. What is your biggest trigger? Like, what makes you mad the most? People who make the biggest chewing noises while eating. It really just makes me want to strangle myself. When did you clip your toenails last? Can I have them? DM me for prices. Why do you have a fatty? Well, it's actually been a big insecurity of mine for quite a while now. I don't know, it's just, I've gone to countless plastic surgeons to get a reduction, but my arse is just so fat that it doesn't fit on the surgical table. Do you know that you are beautiful? Yes, of course. Lose 10k subs or gain 10 kilograms. What's something you want to learn or wish you were better at? Nothing. I am absolutely perfect at everything I do. Hey Alex, what do you think of children ages 12 and upwards doing ASMR? Look, if you want to get the bag while doing something that you love, then go for it. But I would just watch out because YouTube will be shoving the guidelines in your face because of your age. Do you have any social medias? Yes, I do. I have an Instagram and a TikTok at IrrelevantAlex with a double X. But yeah, you should drop a follow, especially on my Instagram if you want to see some sexy pics. Wink wink. How tall are you? You a midget? Okay guys, it's about time I confessed. I am a midget. This is me when I'm not wearing my prosthetic legs to make me taller. Would you rather pin me against the wall and rail me or bend me over the... When did you realise that you were good at ASMR? As soon as I started insulting people and they still enjoyed it. How much Lego can you shove up your... Where's your old ASMR videos? Can we see them again? They have been erased from the internet because I can't let anyone know that I had the slightest amount of joy in me.
Hello, my thick and irrelevant viewers.
Why do I look so ugly? Is it me? Yes, it is, but to cause even more chaos, you should blame your parents. On a scale of 1 to 10, what colour is your favourite noise? Triangle. Do you go to school, and if you do, how do you keep on top of your schedule? Yes, I do go to school. I'm currently taking my A-levels, and for keeping on top of my schedule, I don't. Do you stan Nicki Minaj? Well, if I said no, I think her fans would track me down and murder me in my sleep, so I'm just going to say yes for safety. Is cereal a soup? Why or why not? I'm going to go with no, and the reason is because I said so. My mum said you are a very bad person, please be respectful. Well, tell your mum that I said f. Is it true that British people only eat fish and chips? Well, I mean, I'm not really sure what else we're supposed to eat apart from crumpets and tea, so yeah. Do you have any hobbies or like any skill at all? No, actually, as soon as I'm done with work for the day, I kind of just go into standby mode and freeze up until there's work available. Do you sleep with socks on? Do I look like a psychopath to you? Don't answer that. No question, I just wanted to waste your time. Okay, well, I'm going to waste your time by answering your non-existent question. Invisible triggers or hand sounds? If you were a brand, what would you be? Any brand that you can't afford, so move along. What is your ideal day like? My ideal day would be waking up at around 12 PM just in time for lunch, and then doing nothing for the rest of the day and going back to sleep. Schlong reveal. For free? I don't think so. Pay up, then we'll talk. What gets you in a bad mood? Leftovers. I cannot stand leftovers and reheated food. And I just want to die when I find out we're having a barbecue, because that means I'll be eating the same reheated shit every day for the rest of the week. Were you dropped on your head as a child? Maybe. How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant? About 112. Cats or dogs? Dogs, because cats are absolute bitches, but then again, if I were a cat, I also wouldn't want a random stranger stroking me, so yeah. What is your favourite beverage? Mine is Pepsi Max Cherry. Nice, I didn't need to know that, but mine is tap water. What is your favourite zodiac sign? Leo, obviously. Can we get a quick story on your life? No, you can't, but I might do a draw my life in the future. I just need a few more tragedies to happen to me so you can all feel sorry for me when I put them in the video. What's under your hair? A very big and highly intelligent brain. Do you prefer still or sparkling water? I prefer still water because I don't want the sparkling water to outshine me. So, there you have it. Now you know a little bit more about my life, and hopefully people don't start showing up at my door for revealing too much information. But I just want to thank you all for submitting your questions, and if I didn't get around to yours, then I guess that's just too bad. Okay, well that's all from me, and I guess I'll be seeing you later. Bye.